Both Barksdale and Buckley met at the depot last Wednesday night and held a town hall where each candidate spoke for 30 minutes about their campaign. Trade was a major issue for both candidates.
Make it clear, generally I'm in favor of free trade. The only exception is when there's currency manipulation in China.
We've had about $9 trillion of trade deficits. And this is money that, that we've had to borrow because, that's what a deficit means. That all that capital, all that money is now over in other people's hands.
As far as the TPP, that's the Trans-Pacific Partnership deal, if you look at these studies, some are to say it's the worst thing in the world, others say it's the greatest thing in the world, who you can trust. Well, finally I came across the U.S. International Trade Commission, which is a federal agency, and they studied it, and I have the most confidence in them, and they basically said overall it's a positive, it will be a positive to the U.S., but not a huge positive.
Barksdale and Buckley also spoke about taxes and education.
So what I believe we need to do is go to more of an energy tax, where the tax varies based on how dirty the fuel is.
We've had a policy that has led to corporations benefiting because what they wanted to achieve was lower labor costs, and they wanted to bypass our standards of decency on the environment.
The candidates also spoke about the threat of terrorism and the growing refugee problem.
And there are 90% women and children. And I'm not concerned that we are unable to welcome these people to our shores. We're a nation of immigrants. The world looks to us to be the moral leader, and I think we certainly have the capacity to make sure that we're safe for these people.
Let's face it, this terrorists are hiding among innocent civilians, amongst women and children. This isn't like World War II, where you're going to go and land a bunch of Marines on an island where it's all Japanese soldiers, and you just crush, kill, and destroy everybody right in front of you, and you don't have to think twice about it. For every innocent person you kill, any one of their survivors is going to hate you. And you got to think through these things.
Although they disagreed on some issues, neither candidate were happy with Senator Isaacson.
Our politicians listen to big money. They don't listen to people. Senator Isaacson, from my perspective, has been a poster child for this. He voted for deregulating Wall Street, both in 1999 and 2000. He then went along with President Bush's light touch with respect to financial regulation. And all those regulations that he pulled off are regulations that had kept our financial system safe since the 30s.
One that I think Johnny signed off on that I thought was a problem was permanent normal trade relations with China, because China is a troublemaker, in my opinion.
For GC360, I'm Carolyn McDuffie.